Hello and welcome. This is Varun, Technical Advisor, Design and Prototyping and Education Consultant for Tutomash.com. In this session, we will be discussing about special function keys in AutoCAD. In the previous session, we have already discussed about basic function keys in AutoCAD. Here, we will be discussing more about the additional function keys which are available in the software. Starting from the beginning, we have the Infer key. Infer key actually helps you to automatically apply the geometric constraints like perpendicular, parallel, angular, etc. 3D OSnap. 3D OSnaps controls running object snap settings for 3D objects like endpoint or the corner of a 3D solid. The next one is DUCS, that is Dynamic UCS. We have already discussed about UCS in our previous videos. DUCS will help you to dynamically align your UCS according to your 3D object. The next one is DYN, that is Dynamic Input. Dynamic Input provides a platform to input your data dynamically. The next one is LWT, that is the Line Weight Display. The LWT helps you to display the line weights assigned to the objects. Similarly, the next one is TPY. TPY also helps you to apply the transparency to the objects. QP or Quick Property helps you to display the essential property of an object. SC, that is Cyclic Selection, helps you to select the objects cyclically overlapping each other. AM, that is Annotation Monitor, helps you to monitor the annotation in the drawing. So now let's see these icons in the software. So starting from the software, we have the special function keys on the rightmost bottom of the software. We have already discussed about the basic icons in our previous videos. So let's see the additional icons now. The first one is Infer. You have noticed that the Infer icon is not available among the function keys here. So you have to bring about the Infer command to this tab. To access the hidden icons, you have to come to the rightmost icon, that is the customization icon, and click on it. Here you can find the objects which are visible with the tick symbol. That means the grid is tick, so that means grid is showing here. Your snap mode is tick, that means snap mode is showing here. Similarly, the next one is Infer. The Infer is not available among the special function keys here. So you can just click on this to get the Infer here. Now let's see what actually Infer does. Let me draw a rectangle in the workspace like this. Now you can see the rectangle is made of lines alone. It has a property that each lines are perpendicular to each other and the opposite lines are parallel to each other. When you make this constraint on and draw a rectangle, you can see it automatically assigns the constraint to the line. That means you can see that this line is parallel with this line and this line is perpendicular to this line. So that means it auto-assigns the constraints to the objects. Let me get you an example. When you select the first object which we have drawn and select this vertex and extend it, you can see it moves without any constraint. Similarly, when I do the same procedure with this object that was drawn with the Info icon, we can see that it moves with the constraint available, that is parallel as well as perpendicular. So with this, you can use your constraint to draw your objects easily. The next icon that we have to learn is the 3D OSnap. 3D OSnap is same as of OSnap. OSnap we have already discussed in the previous videos. The only difference between both are 3D OSnaps helps you to find the three-dimensional snapping points of an object. So in order to access 3D OSnap, you can go to customization icon here and click on it and you can find 3D OSnap available here. When you click this, you can see your 3D OSnap icon is made among the special function keys. Consider this as a 3D objects like this. Suppose you want to get the center point of this face. Logically, you can draw a line from this endpoint to this endpoint to get the midpoint of this line as the center point. Regardless of that, to work more faster, you can use 3D OSnap. 3D OSnap will help you to find the 3D snapping points of an object. As you can see here, there is a center point of this face. To access the center point, you can come to the 3D OSnap icon here, go to the settings and select the center face like this, and make your 3D OSnap on. Now you can see when you start a line, bring your cursor near to that face, you can see the blue color 3D center is been catching there. When you click here, you can see the line starts exactly from the center point like this. Similarly, you can use all other snapping points in a 3D object. The next one that we have to learn is called DUCS, that is Dynamic UCS. Dynamic UCS is used to align your cursor dynamically to the respective face. Consider you draw a circle in this face, but in the present scenario the circle won't come accurately. That's because your cursor is not aligned to that face. So in order to align your cursor according to this face, you can make your DUCS on. To access the DUCS, you can come to the customization and click on this to get Dynamic UCS and click on it to make it on. Now you can see your DUCS is been appearing among the special function keys. Let me make this one on. Come to the previous view like this and start to draw the circle again. Now you can see your cursor is automatically catching that face. When you click here, your circle is made on that face regardless of any other face. So this is the benefit of DUCS. We will be learning about 3D tools and icons in much more details in the upcoming videos. So the next one is DYN, that is Dynamic Input. Defaultly in AutoCAD, Dynamic Input will be on for you. You can access the Dynamic Input from the customization option here and go to the Dynamic Input option available here. So when you tick this, you can see your Dynamic Input option is on here. So let me show you what is the difference when it is off. First, let me make this one off. When I type the command line, you can see it comes in the command line and you can draw the line according to it. Correct. Similarly, when you draw the circle, you can see it comes in the command line itself. So you can draw the circle here. Now let me show what happens when the dynamic input is on. So when I make this dynamic input on and draw the line, you can see the command is coming along with the cursor, or you can say that your command is dynamically input and press enter to activate your line command. All the command questions will be asked dynamically also. So when you draw the line, you can see everything is asking dynamically, including the length, angle and everything. Similarly, when you draw the circle, it also shows everything in dynamic mode. This will be a faster way of designing when you're using multiple monitors or multiple screen windows to design your complex structures. LWT, or the line weight, is a function to make visible the line weight applied to an object. Consider, let me draw a line like this. Let me take the layers option. We will be learning about layers in the upcoming videos in details. In the layers, let me change the line weight of this object to some other higher values like this. Let it be 0.35 and press OK. So now you can see I have already increased my line weight of this current layer or the object to 0.35, but nothing has been changed in the object. That is because your line weight display is hidden or it is off. So you have to make your line weight display on to visualize the actual size of the line. So let me again come to the customization tab and click on it to get the line weight option here. So when you click this, you can see your line weight option is available here at the bottom. So this is defaultly off. When I make this one on, you can see your line automatically gained that weight. So now let me draw the circle. You can see circle is also coming with that line weight. Rectangle comes with that line weight. And you can manually make this line weight off to get the structural shape. So now you may be wondering why I should make this line weight display on and off simultaneously. Let me get you an example. Consider I change this line weight to some higher values like this and press OK and make this line weight display on. So now you can see it's a very huge rectangle. When you draw small rectangle, it will be something like this. So you can see it's very difficult to find out what is there. It may be looking as a point. To make that distinction between that thickness and the structural shape, you can make this line weight off to see that it's a rectangle clearly. The next one is TPY, that is transparency. Transparency helps you to slightly fade the object from a drawing. To access the transparency, let me go back to the layer property again and you can find the transparency option available here. When you click on this, you can find a dialog box which will be asking you to input the transparency rate or the transparency value. So let me input a transparency value of 90 and press OK. Now you can see your object has been faded. That is because your transparency mode is on. Let me come to the customization tab and click on this and select the transparency option available here. When you click this, you can see the transparency option is added to your special function keys and this is on. When I make this one off, you can see the object retain back to its brightness. When I make this one on, you can see it goes to its faded mode back. So like this, you can toggle with the transparency. Transparency is used widely among the circuit designing or electrical system to show the different layers of wires passing in a circuit in a room. It can be also used to show the annotation or the boundary parameters of a drawing. The next one is QP, that is Quick Properties. Quick Properties will help you to get the essential properties of an object. So in order to access the Quick Properties, you can come to the customization icon available here, click on this, and you can get Quick Properties option here. When you click this, you can see your Quick Property option will be added in your special function keys like this. So when you make this option on and go and click any of the object in your drawing, it will show you the quick properties of the object. That is, what is the color, that is by the layer. What is the layer of the object, that is 0. What is the line type, by the layer. Similarly, it will show all the properties of objects like this quickly. It will also show the properties of combination objects like this. That is all, that is 4 objects are here and what are the combination properties. The next one is SC, that is Cyclic Selection. It helps you to cyclically select the objects in the drawing. Consider I have a line like this here, and let me draw another line overlapping this line somewhere like this and coming down. Let me draw another line which overlaps here and come till here. I will also draw a rectangle which starts from this endpoint and come till here, something like this. So that means there are lines and rectangles overlapping in the same place. So selecting this one will be difficult at times. So cyclic selection will help you to easily select among different objects. So in order to access cyclic selection, you can come to customization option, go to cyclic selection. So now you can see your cyclic selection option will be added here. Defaultly the cyclic selection option is on. So when I go and select this one, you can see it will automatically ask what type of object you want to select, that is the polyline or this line or this main line. So when your cyclic selection option is off and go and select the object, it won't be asking you which object do you want to select. So at times you can use cyclic selections according to your need and select the objects to find which object you want to select among the overlapping objects. So the next one is AM, that is the Annotation Monitor. Annotation Monitor is very useful while you are making the annotations in your drawing. We will be discussing about annotations in much more details in the upcoming videos. So for the time being, let me draw a rectangle like this and draw a circle exactly here. I will draw another circle tracking the center point of the previous circle like this. So now let me measure the dimension of the circle from the center point of the circle to the center point of the next circle like this. Annotation Monitor you can access from the customization tab like this and come to check the Annotation Monitor from here. So now you can see your Annotation Monitor option is available here. This option will help you to monitor the annotations in the drawing. Consider this option is off for you. And let me delete this circle from the drawing. So now you can see the circle has been deleted, and there is no sign given that this annotation has been changed or removed. Annotation Monitor will help you to show an error mark which help you to check is there any change done in the annotation part of the drawing. Consider the same example like this. I will make my Annotation Monitor on and delete this circle from the drawing. So now you can see an exclamation mark is shown here to denote that the annotation made is now irrelevant or it has been changed. So that's the end of this session. Hope you understood well. Keep posting your queries and feedback. And for more videos, log on to www.tutormash.com. Thank you.